Pooja from Sapadshala. Today, I thought I'll share with you an interesting recipe with brinjal, eggplant or aubergine, which has been my childhood favorites. Yes, you heard that right. Brinjal has been my favorite vegetable as a kid. All thanks to my mom's innovations in the kitchen, I loved eating vegetables because they were packaged differently in her kitchen and presented uniquely on the dining table. Now I'm a Konkani and I've learned this dish from my mom, so we call it Baingana Baluk, referring to brinjal slices. Now you can call it whatever you like eggplant roasties, sliced brinjal fry, or even vegetarian fish fry. This is how my mom used to trick my sister and my cousins into eating brinjal. Back in the day, my mom used to prepare this dish only when she found her hands on some bigger looking fruits. Now brinjal is a vegetable, but it's technically a fruit or a berry because it is from a flowering plant and it has seeds. Brinjal is available in various different sizes and shapes. The common one being the bright purple one. Also available colors are yellowish white, green, red or even black. Now you can make this recipe with any variety of brinjal that you find. You just have to make it into slices which are 1 centimeter thick.
Step 1. Here I am lining the brinjal slices with salt and dry mango powder. This will ensure that the brinjal doesn't brown too quickly, and letting it soak for 4 to 5 hours or overnight. Till then, let's see the nutritional profile of brinjal.
Brinjal is very low in calories and fat, but is a rich source of soluble fiber content. About 100 grams of brinjal contains just 24 calories, but 9% of a person's daily requirement of fiber. As I said, brinjal is an excellent source of dietary fiber, along with that vitamin B1 and copper. It is a good source of manganese, vitamin B6, niacin, potassium, folate and vitamin K. In addition to the wide variety of vitamins and minerals, brinjal boasts a number of antioxidants. The peel or skin of brinjal, especially the bright blue or the purple ones, contains this pigment called as anthocyanins, which contains a phytonutrient, nasosin, which is responsible for a wide variety of antioxidant properties and also its bright and vibrant color. Similarly, the flesh or the pulp contains chlorogenic acid, which has many beneficial properties on human health. Now, if you like to know more, I'll put a few links down below in the description box. Do refer for further information.
Step 2 is where you mix the slices of brinjal with tamarind water that you have prepared. I generally do my step 1 for overnight so that my brinjal becomes completely soft and it absorbs all the flavor from the raw mango powder. Here, if you don't have raw mango powder, what you can do instead is completely soak your brinjal in salt and tamarind water for 2 to 3 hours. Now simultaneously let's prepare the mix. Here I have half cup rice flour, to which I am adding 1 teaspoon of red chilli powder, 1.5 teaspoon of sambar powder and half teaspoon of coriander powder. If you don't have sambar powder, you can add 1.5 teaspoon of coriander powder instead. Next goes in very little salt just for this mix and give it a good toss.
eggplant is a member of the Solanaceae or nightshade family, from which we have a few other edibles like tomato, potato, chilies and tobacco. Its origin is considered to be in India, where it continues to grow wild. It has been cultivated in southern and eastern Asia since prehistory. As trade routes opened, eggplant was introduced to Europe by Arabs and transported to Africa by the Persians. The Spaniards carried it with them to the New World, and by the early 18th century, both white and purple varieties of brinjal was found in the American gardens. Now are you wondering how Bangan became brinjal? It doesn't sound too Indian or Asian. Also, it is known by various different names all around the world. There's a very interesting story or history to it. To know more, stay tuned till the end of the video.
Step 3 is to heat a flat tawa and grease it with generous amount of oil. Now that all our elements are ready, let's see how to make the brinjal fry. Our brinjal has been soaking in tamarind water for close to 30 minutes or 1 hour. Take individual slices and toss it in our prepared mix once or twice, gently pressing each of the sides. Then place it on the tawa. Repeat the same step with all our slices. While the first side is getting cooked, I have brushed the top side with little oil before flipping it. Now I am repeating the same process with the other side as well. This will ensure even browning, and this way only very little oil will be used up. Do not forget to flip the brinjal 2 to 3 times until well cooked and crisp. Now our brinjal fry is ready to be served. It is an excellent side dish to rice with dal, rasam or yogurt. Eggplants, aubergine, goose egg, guinea squash, mad apple. Let's trace the origin of these names now. As I said, brinjal originated in India and its name is derived from the ancient Indic languages. In Sanskrit and Pali, it was called Vatingana because the fruit were thought to cure flatulence. The modern Hindustani word Bangan descends directly from this Sanskrit name. The Indic word Vatingana was then borrowed into Persian as Badingan, further borrowed into Arabic as Badinjan, or with the definite article al-Badinjan. From Arabic, the word was borrowed into European languages, changing every time with region, language, and dialect. Through the colonial expansion of Portugal, the Portuguese form Berinjela was borrowed into a variety of other languages. Now, the Portuguese came into India and Southeast Asia for trade purposes much before the British did. So their nomenclature stuck and evolved into what we call brinjal today. The name eggplant is usually in North American English and Australian English. First recorded in 1763, the word eggplant was originally applied to white cultivars which look very much like hen's egg. The plant is also known as guinea squash in South American English, denoting the fact that the fruits were associated with West Africa. So, apart from eggplant, all other names have one original and primitive source, Sanskrit.
Did you find the video interesting and informative? If you like to know more, check the description box for more links. If you want more such informative content, do like, share, subscribe and comment down below what would you like to see next. Till then, bye.